Alright, folks, buckle up for a doozy of a character, hai, pronounced hai, or huán, depending on how you use it. This one's a real head-scratcher, used all the time but written with so many squiggles it makes your brain sweat. I saw my American students wrestling with it in class like kindergartners with tangled shoelaces. There's gotta be a better way. I thought, eyeing the simplified version, a sleek little hai, or huán, that looked way easier to handle. But here's the thing, even though the simplified version is faster to write, it doesn't quite capture the whole story behind hai, or huán. The old-school version, yeah, it's a mess of lines and dots, but it tells a wild tale. See, so on the left, that squiggly bit, means, to walk. And the right side, that's chung, pronounced chung, and let me tell you, it's not a happy camper. Imagine this, big, buggy eyes popping out of your head, your face twisted in fear, and your mouth agape so wide it's practically touching your shirt collar. Yeah, not a good look. Now, there's another version of chung that's even worse, tears streaming, mouth open all the way down to your chest, clutching your poor heart for dear life. Talk about scaredy cat. No wonder chung means, to stare, and, to be alone and helpless. Same sound as chung, pronounced chung, which means poor, so yeah, not exactly sunshine and rainbows. So, here's the deal, put this scaredy cat chung together with the walking tzo, and what do you get? Someone so scared they can't even take a step forward, stuck in their tracks and forced to turn back. That's the original meaning of huán, to return, or basically, walk back where you came from. Makes sense, right? Scared stiff, gotta get out of there. But guess what? This one little character's got more tricks up its sleeve than a magician's rabbit. From, to return, it stretches out to repay, like returning a favor, to give something back, to still be, like, I'm still hungry, to be again, and even, to be more. Crazy, right? And here's the kicker, depending on how you use it, I can change its tune like a chameleon. To return, or, to repay. That's huán. But for, still, or yet? Boom, it's hai. You'll see it pop up in phrases like, hai, yo, meaning, still have, or need more, and hai, yao, still need, or need more. So, how do you tackle this beast of a character? Well, for the traditional version, picture that scaredy cat face first. Big eyes, squiggly line for the worried frown, giant open mouth reaching down to the chest. Now, add the squiggly legs of Zol for the desperate retreat, and boom, there you have it, hai, or huán, in all its glory, or terror, depending on how you look at it. Now, let's practice the shape and stroke order of the character huán. When writing the character huán, imagine that you are first drawing a pair of eyes that are so big they are scared. Below the eyes, draw a line representing the person's frightened expression. Next, draw a big mouth that has fallen down to the person's chest. After finishing the bottom half of the clothes, write the radical tzo, which represents the person walking back in fear. Now, let's practice the shape and stroke order of the character huán.
huán, he, huán, huán, he, huán, 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 he, 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 huán, huán.
Now, let's practice the shape and stroke order of the character hai.
Hải, khơ, ái, hải, khơ, ái, hải, hải, khơ, ái, 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 hải.
The simplified version? Easy peasy. Just slap down that big no symbol like someone slamming a door on fear. It's basically saying, scared stiff, can't move an inch. Not as dramatic as the scaredy cat, but hey, it gets the job done. So, let's practice writing the simplified character huán, which means not moving forward, not moving, or unable to move.
Huán, he, huán, huán, he, huán, huán.
Let's practice writing the simplified character hai.
Hải, khơ, ái, hải, khơ, ái, hải.
Remember, folks, next time you see hai or huán, think of the scaredy cat who couldn't even take a step forward. And hey, if you can master this monster character, you can conquer any word that comes your way. Now go forth and spread the gospel of not moving because you're so scared. You're still high watching this episode, which means you're a very diligent learner. You're sure to have even greater growth. Please subscribe and like to encourage us, and introduce our teaching videos to your friends. See you next time.